No. That's not how it happened. Welcome to part 6 of the Soul Calibur 5 playthrough, and we're going back in time to part 6, because Patroklos done fucked up.
Yeah, I sort of forgot about the whole time travel element. For a second there, you scared the fuck out of me. So, no, I thought we were in part 8.
Yeah, the thing, we're literally watching the same cutscene we've already watched at this point. Up until a certain point where Patroklos decides to grow a brain and not listen to the creepy spirit thing in his head.
So we're time traveling back to the point before Ivy was shot down by the Libyans. And we need to warn her about the upcoming... No? I'm getting my stories confused. They're telling me to shut up.
No, we went back in time to before Vermeer, and we're dedicated to making it through that mission with both Kaiden and Ashley alive this time.
I'm not getting any of the references you guys are making right now.
That's Back to the Future.
I've only seen the first Back to the Future, okay?
That's the what I was referencing.
Okay, well, I only saw it once, and that was like 5 years ago.
Mine was Mass Effect.
Well, Ted, you have 9 months to watch the second one so you can dress like an idiot on October 21st.
Or we could just admit that, okay, it's not gonna happen, time passes at a linear rate, you know, eventually any time travel stories...
Oh, no, we know that. It's just that, you know...
People didn't
just
start...
looks like... It's just because he's dressed up like an idiot.
People didn't start putting up Big Brother is watching you signs all over the place when 1984 actually happened, you know. Just saying.
Yeah, but that wasn't fun.
Yeah, as you can see, this time, Patroklos is resisting it a bit. He doesn't actually have clear knowledge of what's already happened. He just has vague memories of it now.
Oh, so he's riding in the Mortal Kombat reboot.
Possibly, yeah.
It all it takes is a hammer to the face from Shao Kahn.
I've never played straight through the story of that game, mostly because I don't own it. I've only seen and played bits and pieces.
But she is a Malfested.
Hello?
Even so, she is still my sister, your daughter.
You still think that's your mother?
I want to wield this sword.
You ass. Why is he holding it by the blade? There's a perfectly good sheath right below his hand to hold it by.
He has gloves on.
That doesn't... Well, I suppose...
He has gloves on.
Well, now that I think about it, the blade close to the hilt would be dull anyway. Just a random still frame of him smiling, with no dialogue whatsoever.
Suck it, Mom!
It's them trying to be cinematic in really bad still frame art. It's not really working for me.
So, Soul, that was the spirit. You said that his mom is the spirit of Soul Calibur, right? So
yes.
The sword is now being all huffy that we don't want to kill Pyrrha.
Yeah, and it's basically trapped us in astral chaos.
The spirit has taken the form of his mom.
Yeah.
It's not necessarily Sophia.
Yeah, it's just the form that's pulled out of his head. Like the Star Child from the end of Mass Effect 3 was just the kid that died at the beginning of the game.
Yeah, if the Soul Calibur manifestation approached me, I'm pretty sure it'd take the form of a cup of coffee. It's not very thrilling to look at, but, you know.
But it's the most alluring thing it could think of. Anyway, we see Edgemaster again, shamelessly recycling the same frames of animation from before.
Animation, quote-unquote.
It's all he knows, damn it.
Even Sonic and the Secret Rings had new drawings for each cutscene.
Yeah.
Agreed.
The story mode in Soul Calibur 5 is pretty obviously slapdash put together. I don't think you understand how the warrior sword relationship works, Soul Calibur. Oh god, he pulled a Virgil. He drew his sword so fast he cut open a hole in reality.
Oh, that was a chapter without even any dialogue. Or fight.
What the fight?
Yeah, that had dialogue. I'm bad at talking.
Yeah, it was a chapter that was devoted entirely to a cutscene. Now we get to see some of what the actual protagonist of the series is doing. who, oddly enough, you never play as once in story mode.
This is why?
Siegfried.
Oh, Siegfried. Okay.
Yeah. He's basically the Ryu of the series, I suppose. His sword fighting style is actually pretty interesting because he has this massive sword. Him and Nightmare have styles where you can change stance based on what sword move you just used and follow up with moves from that stance. So where your sword is at the end of a given swing is pretty important. It's very interesting to use that kind of style in a fighting game. It's a lot more deliberate than what you do in your standard 2D fighter.
Oh, woes is him.
So we're fighting another generic Mook type character, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Do these Mook type characters use a specific type of style from?
Oh, yeah.
They're basically
Yeah.
just custom characters.
Yeah, Woe's here is using Astaroth style.
Okay.
Look at me just shamelessly spamming the same poke move.
None of Astaroth's grace. And he has a pot in his head.
Oh god, he filled a
Donald!
Bane.
No, Donald! Crap, we're screwed. We're absolutely screwed.
Well, no, this is Donald before you level him up.
Oh, okay, yeah, okay, then we're fine.
I don't get it.
Fire Emblem Awakening.
Oh.
It's okay, Lewis. I didn't get it either.
You should play it.
Let's be ignorant together.
It's a really good game.
Oh,
Oh
I
god,
for-
this guy's name is Odor. You gotta just imagine how awful he smells.
They really hated him.
Yeah, these mooks are deliberately thralls and malfested working for Nightmare. That's what this whole battle is. They do a really good, they really do a really great job of giving this context, but what's actually happening is there's a war between the mercenary company Siegfried works for and Nightmare's army right now. I suppose. Something of that nature. This would have been a really great time for Hildy to show up in the story, but no, she doesn't even get the idea to show up in a cutscene. Oh, and we have a Cervantes mook. Wonderful.
Merc.
The thing about Cervantes is he has a gun on one of his swords.
That sounds even more impractical than what Squall's got going on.
Well, if you were to apply the laws of physics to it, it probably is, but he really just has a sword strapped to the top of his gun. It's like he's got a handgun, and then he's got a sword blade sticking out of the top.
I can be a cipher too.
No, Cypher's was even weirder. He had a regular shaped gun handle with a sword sticking out the front. Squall's gunblade actually tried to have a sword handle that's oriented in a good direction for wielding a sword, except it was a bit slanted.
Yeah.
Cypher's is just no. That would snap the moment you tried to swing it. Or it would snap your arm. One of the two. Something would snap. The ultimate grudge match between two people whose previous grudge we don't know anything about. Yeah. My heart is pounding. The suspense. You know, most Street Fighter rival match cutscenes give you more context than this.
I thank the gods when I heard that Dumas was Nightmare.
It's dumbass.
Gonna care if you die. I'm gonna enjoy the hell out of killing you.
What's going on?
A teenager is trying to sound badass. That's pretty much what I'm getting.
Well,
That's
he
pretty-
ain't gonna be sounding much dumbass with a name like dumbass.
It's pretty much what I'm getting from Zwai's dialogue there. He sounds like he's a teenager trying to be edgy. This fight, unfortunately, is the worst fight in story mode. Not only did you not really get enough time to practice Zwei within story mode itself, Nightmare is jacked up to final boss tier AI. Basically, if you can beat arcade mode as Y, you're okay. You're going to be fine. But if you haven't played much as Y yet, you're going to get your ass kicked because Nightmare is full tilt trying to kill you this time. It's not like the last two times you fought Nightmare in story mode. No.
It's almost
And
like he's the final boss or something.
Yeah, and Nightmare is a character specifically designed to be a final boss, by the way. His moves will kick your ass. If he's being used by anyone even vaguely competent, he's a nightmare to fight against. Hence the name, I would assume.
No, one of my favorite maneuvers with Nightmare when I was using it was the Soul Charge baseball swing. Because that's what it looked like. Like he would rev backwards and then swing the sword upwards as if he was like in a home run derby.
I hate that move where Nightmare just like ducks down, picks you up by the feet, and flips you over.
Punk bitch. I'm Nightmare.
Nightmare has a lot of short-range quick attacks that you need to watch out for. It's like your attention is probably on that big-ass sword, but a lot of his most dangerous moves don't even use the sword.
Oh, I see how it is, Lewis. When you win a round, you'll show the replay, but when you lose, oh, we can't be seeing the
No,
double take of that.
no. I was cutting the replays out because I had a feeling I was about to lose this round, and it would be a matter of playing the same fight twice.
Oh, just saving yourself some time in editing. I imagine.
Saving myself some time. Also, while I was recording, undecided about whether I would leave all of my attempts in or cut out most of them or whatever. I don't even remember which I did, but I think I lose this match the first time, and cut to the attempt that was actually a victory.
There's one thing I remember from Nightmare in Soul Calibur 2 is that he was pretty vulnerable to grabs. Is that still the case here?
Oh,
I guess
yeah.
not.
If you can get in close enough, grabs are a good way to go, because one of the things that, yeah, you see, I lost. And somehow my leather shirt shattered.
Tacky ass Kmart clothes.
I thought this came from Hot Topic. It looks like Hot Topic.
Lies! I tell you lies!
Oh, I get it. It's just a cheap-ass Hot Topic imitation.
Oh, wow, you gotta be really sad if you're a Hot Topic imitation.
Hot Topic is simultaneously the worst and best store I've ever shopped in, by the way. It has so much stuff that makes me cringe, but at the same time, it's the only place I know that sells like a few very specific items that I would otherwise have to buy online.
Yeah, it's like clothing vendors and boardwalks, like in Wildwood, New Jersey. God, I hate fucking looking at those places.
Like, I don't, this is a local-ish chain, but I've got Newberry Comics in the Boston area, which has, like, all of the nerdy stuff from Hot Topic, but it's more hipster than kind of...
It's just memes!
Yeah, it's just,
Like,
Hot
let's
Topic
just-
is just memes. Yeah.
Let's just put a meme on the shirt. It'll sell.
Put Freddy on the shirt, it'll sell. They've tried it.
Yeah. And in about 1 year, nobody will know what the fuck you're talking about.
Wait, what Freddy are we talking about? Freddy Krueger?
YouTube Freddy. Squeaky voice Freddy.
Oh, Squeaky voice Freddy. For a moment,
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about Five Nights at Freddy's Freddy, or...
Yeah, like Freddy Krueger getting in a gladiator battle with Freddy Fazbear.
No, I'm talking about the Freddy everyone forgot existed until I mentioned him just now.
That asshole. Man. Well, okay, I shouldn't call him an asshole because I'm sure he's probably a perfectly nice guy, but he was annoying.
Yeah, you're talking more about the character, Fred.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's okay to call that an asshole.
In any case, every time I score a perfect against Nightmare in this battle, I stare at the screen like a dumbass because it's pure luck when that happens. Oh, I left in 2 failed attempts. Okay. In fact,
Cut, Lewis, cut.
I think this entire part is just going to be fighting Nightmare.
Tried at a lower difficulty. Oh.
Oh yeah, I wound up doing that.
Oh, I see how it is.
Nightmare is a pain in the ass.
I think that was something that happened naturally in like every other fighting game I've played. I think Mortal Kombat, is the standout example.
Where if you keep hitting continue, it lowers the difficulty without asking?
Yeah.
Fucking intensity bars, man.
think it was just another Rum Studios seller way of saying get good.
It pisses me off when games do that because if I'm persisting to play at a high difficulty, it's probably because I want to get good at playing that difficulty.
Admittedly, it's a feature that annoys me in Smash Bros. 4 when I'm trying to clear the 9.0 intensity.
Yeah, but
Because then you have to play through the entire intensity again.
Yeah, it's like, you know, I screw up. I make one mistake in the Master Core battle, and I end up suffering from it, but I can't retry at 9.0 right then and there. I'm knocked down to 8.5, and now I can't unlock that challenge.
You also lose. It seems like you always lose the stuff you wanted the most. Too, like, oh, it's that CD with the really cool song. Oh, it's gone. Oops. Look, sucks to be you.
Oh, crazy hand smashing it in half.
Fucking crazy orders, man. I wish it didn't cost so much money to go into it, because that's like the most interesting mode in the entire game. Or single player wise at the very least.
You don't have like 20 crazy order passes? I do.
I don't play classic mode an awful lot. Because
Well, I went through with everyone, so I just built up.
yeah, well, I don't find the new classic mode all that interesting. Like, say what you will about Smash 3DS, but I think it has probably the best classic mode in the series. So, you know.
I agree that it has a better classic mode than the Wii U version.
Admittedly, yeah. And that's why it's so uninteresting we couldn't even talk about him.
Well, you left in 3 rounds of it.
Yeah. I think I wanted to. I think I wanted to give myself a chance to talk about Nightmare's sword style, but for some reason there's no sound in this cutscene. No music, no sound effects, just Zwei silently falling out of the game. We never find out if this asshole survives.
So they're probably
Pierre
asking us to.
So Pierre just kind of threw him off the cliff.
It was yeah, and then he leaves the story. We never see him again. It's never explained what happens or anything.
But they're just asking us to insert our own music for this cutscene. Oh, never mind.
And then Pierre gets Soul Edge, I guess.
Yeah.
So what's
big.
what's Harley Quinn's deal here? Like, what's her goal?
I'm not really sure what her deal is, but she wants to make Pyrrha into a host for Soul Edge. Presumably because she wants to support Soul Edge without becoming its host herself.
She's a fangirl.
She is Harley Quinn.
I think it has to do with the fact that she knows she's not a good fit for it, but she might also just want to not be possessed. I wouldn't want to be possessed, would you?
Who's doing the possessing?
The sword with the eyeball in it.
Okay, not that.
Hey.
You'll stay with me forever. You'll never betray me.
Well, I can't exactly do anything. It's not like I have an arm of my own to stab you in the back with.
What if she started talking for the sword? Like, you'll never betray me? That's right! I'll never betray you! Oh, I love you, sword.
I love you too, Pyrrha.
You're such a nice person! Pyrrha for president!
Oh man, that's great. I do have to say I like this graphical effect of cutting the sky open. It looked pretty neat.
Yeah, nice little effect.
It's too bad there are so few cutscenes like that, though.